So let me start from two formulas with a number 4 in their name. This is Ranzan, and this is Baichu, and this is Fuling. Ranzan, Baichu, Fuling, and Gancha. So what is this formula? This is Shijunjitang, 4 gentlemen's decoction. Ranzan, Baichu, Fuling, Gancha. Among these, which one treat coexisting symptoms? Ranzan, king. Baichu, deputy. Which one treat the coexisting symptoms in 4 gentlemen's decoction? Usually, king and deputy, chief and deputy has similar function. So tonify chi, both tonify chi. But this Fuling, remove dampness. So do you remember? So this is assistance. Chi, damp, and it is assistant. Deputy, king. So this is a very basic structure of 4 gentlemen's decoction. 4 gentlemen represent 4 virtues nobles in East Asia should have. And this one, Fuling, shaped like a kaktugi. Have you ever eaten kaktugi in Korean restaurant? The radish with this, the dice shape. Looks like a dice. Yeah, that is called kaktugi. It looks like a dice. If you love to go to Las Vegas, you will love this. But usually, we do not cut this Fuling this way, because if you soak this Fuling into the water cannot infiltrate. So actually Fuling is very against the water, resilient. So active ingredients inside of Fuling is very hard to be melted down into the water, because water cannot infiltrate inside of this Fuling. So if possible, please do not buy this kind of dice-shaped Fuling, but there are Fuling with a very thin layers. Very thin, paper thin Fuling. So that is better. I recommend those Fuling. And okay, this is assistant. Treat coexisting symptoms. By changing this assistant, we can get other formula. Likewise. So this is ginger, dried ginger. So this is ginger, but dried one. Dried one has more property, warming property. So dried ginger, if you substitute Fuling with ginger, switch it, then what do you call this formula? Thank you very much. Li Zhongwan. That is Li Zhongwan. So it tonifies spleen, yang. Not only qi, but yang, because this part does not change. They tonify qi, especially spleen, but this one, yang. So tonify qi plus yang. This is assistant. Treat coexisting symptoms, especially spleen. This is Li Zhongwan. Li Zhongwan. This is Shijunjitang and Li Zhongwan. Shijunjitang this way. Ranzan, Baichu, Fuling, and Ganchao. And Ranzan, Baichu, Ganchang, Ganchao. Remember those two. And next, Bancha. This is Bancha. Bancha is also rhizoma. So it is kind of ginger, something like ginger root. So it looks like a fruit, but actually it is a root close to stem. And it is dry too. Bancha, not stagnation or blood stasis, phlegm. Just that, Bancha, phlegm, Bancha. And this is Chenpi. Chenpi. What is this? This is tangerine pill. Tangerine pill. So this is Chenpi, but I never seen such a black tangerine pill. This means it has been old. That means good. So older the better, tangerine pill. But the problem is usually when they grow tangerine, they use a lot of pesticide. If possible, grow tangerine in your garden. If possible, that is the best way. And I paid a lot of money to get organic tangerine pill in Korea. So 1-year-old tangerine pill is considered Chenpi. So just a little brown tangerine pill will be fine. Bancha, Chenpi. So I want you to feel it. Maybe just right now, like Miss Nakua, or later. Herb should be rare, not just strange letters. Bancha, Chenpi, Fuling, again Fuling, and Gancho. So what do you call this formula? This is the formula with the number 2. Yes. Tang. Tang. Bancha, Chenpi, Fuling, Gancho. So these are the common denominator. Fuling and Gancho. What does it mean, That's correct, 2. Chen. Chen in Chenpi. Where is Chenpi? Chenpi. Chen. So this means old. 2 old decoction. Tang. Tang. What is this? Rensen, Baichu, Fuling, Gancho. This is 4 gentlemen. Bancha, Chenpi, Fuling, Gancho. This is Tang. And in Tang, this is king, Bancha. And which one works as a plunger to move the phlegm? Which one? Chenpi. Chenpi is a plunger. And which one works as a irrigation? Water. So pour hot water inside of your basin. That is Fuling for irrigation. Wash out the remnant. Alright. And this one is the chemical to melt down those hairs and grease and oils. This is something like a super drain doctor, those things in grocery store. This is Bancha, Chenpi, Fuling. So Fuling remove water, dampness in Tang and also Tang, right? Tang and Tang. That is job of Fuling. So can you tell the difference between Tang and Tang, right? And then Tang treat deficiency or excessive. Tang. Tang treat spleen deficiency. That's correct. Spleen deficiency. How about Tang? Bancha, Chenpi, Fuling, Gancho. A deficiency or excessive? That's correct. Phlegm, because it removed phlegm. Tang is the king of the king for tonifying qi, especially spleen. And this one, Bancha, Chenpi, Fuling, Gancho, remove phlegm. So this is for excessive. But can you see that? In Tang, this is tonifying medication. Renshen, Baichu, all tonifies. And Gancho also tonifies. But Fuling remove dampness. So it treat excessive. So in tonifying formula, there is always something different. So you cannot make a basketball team with all the shooters. You need some members who can do rebound, who can do defense. That is a team. And Herbal formula is the same. Among these tonifying formula, there is Fuling, which remove dampness to treat coexisting symptoms. Water. Okay? Tang and Tang. So what do you call this? 6 of them all together. Simple math. 4 plus 2 is 6. So this is 6 gentlemen's decoction. 6 gentlemen's decoction. So what do you think? What 6 gentlemen's decoction does? This is 6 gentlemen's decoction. So Tang remove phlegm and Tang tonify spleen, especially spleen qi. So it treat the phlegm induced by spleen qi deficiency. Why spleen qi deficiency induce phlegm? When spleen qi is weak, we have a couple of scenarios. First, dampness. When spleen qi is weak, we have dampness. So when your spleen qi is weak, after meal, you feel really heavy because dampness is not transformed. Especially all 4 limbs you cannot lift, and you get swelling, feeling heavy, and also gaining weight, and also you get edema. That is dampness induced by spleen qi deficiency. So please remember the fundamental class. When the dampness get old, it develop into Fuling. This is a mechanism, typical mechanism. So this Tang treat this pathology. 6 gentlemen's decoction. 6 of them. 6 of them. 6 of them. 6 gentlemen's decoction. Spleen qi deficiency, induced dampness, and phlegm generated, and 6 gentlemen's decoction treat both of them. Tang, Tang. Does that make sense? So 6 gentlemen's decoction treat root problem and branch problem at the same time. So what do you think? 6 gentlemen's decoction is for deficiency or excessive? It is hard to answer because it treats both of them, spleen qi deficiency and also phlegm, excessiveness and deficiency. But in actually clinical practice, this is for deficiency. This root problem is more important. So it depends. Sometimes the branch problem is more important, but when you apply 6 gentlemen's decoction, you should confirm this spleen deficiency. So spleen deficiency is the major condition you need to observe when you apply 6 gentlemen's decoction. So when do you use this 6 gentlemen's decoction? Patient have the weak qi and also low appetite and nausea, dizziness, those phlegm symptoms, and something on the epigastric area, that is 6 gentlemen's decoction. If the patient do not have this phlegm, Tang is enough, but there's not much of a chance. Spleen qi deficiency always induce something else. Always. This is 6 gentlemen's decoction. And how about when you have a spleen qi deficiency, patient develop also food stagnation. Any kind of stagnation, but mostly stagnation. Because they do not have any energy to digest food, food stagnation is induced. Weak spleen energy. They cannot digest food properly and fast, so they always feel something in their chest. In that case, we add Xiang, Sha, Ren. Do you remember this pattern? Xiang, Sha, Ren. What does it do? Xiang, Sha, Ren or Xiang, Bin Lang. Xiang, Sha, Ren is a common paired herb. You will find a lot in many formulas. So remember this, Xiang Sha. Xiang Sha. This is Xiang Sha Liu Junji Tang. Xiang Sha Liu Junji Tang. So when do you use Xiang Sha Liu Junji Tang? When the patient has first spleen weakness, and dampness and phlegm, also food stagnation. Because Xiang Sha Ren is a strong plunger. These are the plunger, very strong plunger, just like a Chenpi. Make it pass. So it is getting complicated. Xiang Sha Liu Junji Tang. So actually all these herbal formulas are very well organized. That is the beauty of herbal formulas. Spleen deficiency, induced dampness and phlegm. So we add urchin tang. So these are all 4 gentleman's decoctions variations. And second, when the patient has food stagnation, add Xiang and Sha Ren. So this is very common style of board examination. Board examination will give you the examples of spleen deficiency like low appetite and weakness, general weakness. And that patient took Bancha and Chenpi to make 6 gentleman's decoction. So if you add Bancha, Chenpi into this 4 gentleman's decoction, that makes 6 gentleman's decoction. So I mixed all this up. Renshen, Baichu, Fuling, Ganzhou. Can you feel that? This is 4 gentleman's decoction. If you add Bancha, Chenpi, this makes 6 gentleman's decoction for phlegm. And Fuling and Ganzhou, those are common denominator of these 2 formulas. 4, 2 plus 6. Are you guys concentrating? This is 7, not 6. Okay, this is 6. 6. 4 gentleman's decoctions, 4 gentleman's formula, and if you add Bancha here, and this is Tianma. Tianma. This is called Tianma. This is really expensive herb, and it looks a little bit different. Usually, this is very thin. The more transparent one is better and very hard. It is very hard. So this is Tianma, and Tianma, do you remember Tianma? It expel wind. So expel wind and remove phlegm. Bancha Tianma, Bancha Tianma. So what do you think this formula treat? What do you think this formula treat? This is combination of 4 gentleman's decoction with Baichu and Tianma. Tianma treat wind. Bancha treat phlegm. Phlegm. So this formula treat root problem is spleen deficiency. Spleen deficiency with phlegm and wind. So commonly migraine. Migraine. So headache with GI symptoms. Likewise, nausea, vomiting, and epigastric discomfort. Those GI symptoms. Vomiting. Migraine. Headache with gastrointestinal symptoms. This formula is called, this is really famous formula, and you will see this formula in board examination too. This is called Bancha. Xiang, Baichu, Tian Ma decoction. It is easy to remember. So Bancha represent flame, Tianma represent wind, and Baichu represent 4 gentleman's decoction. So Bancha, Baichu, Tianma decoction. And this is a commonly used formula for migraine and any other pain, headache with gastrointestinal symptoms. This is underlying condition, and that condition makes phlegm and wind, Bancha, Baichu, Tianma decoction. Another variation from 4 gentleman's decoction, Tang.